How's everybody feeling out there? Feeling good? Feeling great? Feeling great. What's going on, guys? Good evening, good evening. Back again. All right, let's check it out, guys. JASMY on the weekly. Now, I want to show you guys a couple things on the charts. If we look at last week, look how far we wicked down last week here, guys. Down to 3 cents 208. And we ended up wicking all the way back up and closing the week around 4 cents 6. So do not fret, my pet, right? We could very well move nicely back to the upside here. Let's get into some of the chat here. Funky, what's up, man? Seen some green in Demdare Hills. Nice. As always, guys, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost you anything, guys. It's a great Christmas present. It's the holiday season. All I'm asking you to do is smash that like and subscribe button. It would be absolutely amazing if you could do that for us. Beebs, what's up, buddy? Good evening, crypto millionaires. H. Barbarina's in the house. What's going on? Beebs. Rob, I doubled down on my Miria bags. Nice. That's how babies are made, buddy. That is how babies are made. Green Tea, thank you for being there through the good times and when times are tough. Many good times lie ahead for us. Hang in there, guys. Don't let them shake you out. Exactly. 100% Green Tea. 100%. Rodney, good evening, Rob. Are we going to go to the upside soon? Oh, soon enough. I mean, soon is a matter of perspective, I suppose, right? I mean, honestly, we could come down a little bit further. We could see Bitcoin pull down to around 94K, if I'm being honest with you, right? What are we at on the daily time frame for JASMY right now? 3 cents 424. Starting our candle green. I would have liked to have seen a daily close above the 30-day SMA, but look how close we are on right down here, guys. Right down here. Look how close we are to a golden cross on the daily time frame. We got the 100-day SMA getting ready to cross over the 200-day. So hang on, guys. Things are going to turn around. Guys, this is crypto. Things can change like that, right? Just like that. We could be, complete reversal. In 2 days, we could be back at $104,000, $105,000. So, and look at let's go back. Let's go to Bitcoin. I want to show you something, guys. Okay. I want to show you something just for some perspective. Look at this. So this is Bitcoin on the daily. Remember, we were up here. We set this high at $104,000. We were live streaming it. And then we flash crashed all the way down to $90,000. Remember that? That was a week and a half ago. Not even a week and a half ago. It's about a week and a half ago. We flash crashed all the way down there, right? And then what did we do? We stair-stepped our way all the way back up and set a new high in about a week and a half at $108,450, right? So from the top to the bottom here, we crashed 12.90%. So let's round it up to 13%, okay? So we crashed 13% on that one. Flash crash in 1 day, okay? In 1 day. And look how quickly we recovered. About a week and a half, and we were setting new all-time highs. We went from the low of $90,600 all the way up to $108,259 in about a week and a half, okay? So this time we've crashed. We're crashed 8.86%. So a week and a half ago, we crashed 13%, which was way worse than we crashed this time. Way worse, right? This time we're only down 8.86% as of right now. Little perspective. Doesn't sound that bad, does it? Especially since we spent the next week and a half after that crash climbing higher, and then this crash wasn't even anywhere near as far down as this one, right? We set a higher low in this crash, right? So when I put it in that perspective for you, does it really seem like that bad of a pullback anymore? Not really, guys. This was not even a double-digit pullback. Not even a double-digit pullback. And it took 3 days to pull back that far instead of 1, right? So just a little perspective for you guys that this is not as bad as people are kind of feeling that it is, right? A week and a half ago, we got completely destroyed in 1 day, right? So I had to put that out there to show you guys it's not quite as bad as you might think that it is, right? So little perspective, guys. Dreadnought, what's up, man? Next stop, 14 cents. Let's freaking go, baby. Crypto Trucker, okay, Rob, I done went behind the wife's back and got 600K more XEN. Rub that crystal ball, man. Hey, she'll thank you for it later, brother, right? That's how she goes. Boomer, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I already made my baby. He's due tomorrow. Wish us luck. You have a baby due tomorrow? Sam, congratulations, my friend. Is it your first one? And if it is your first, my friend, you're going to have a fantastic time. I got 6. I got 6 of them. Okay. Oldest is 26. My youngest is 4. Okay. Okay. Congratulations, buddy. Crypto David, Jasmy, stay strong. Great day to DCA. 100% Crypto David. 100%, brother. That is how babies are made, man. Jeanette, good evening, Rob and all. I sold some Jasmy close to 6 cents to buy the kids more gifts today. I bought back Jasmy thinking I would hate to totally spoil them. That's good. That's good. Your kids are going to have a great Christmas. Jeanette, that is absolutely amazing to hear. I'm happy that Jasmy could help provide that for you, right? Matt, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. First one, thanks so much. Can't wait to meet the little guy. Hey, man, Sam, what I will tell you is this, my friend. Make sure you are in the delivery room. That is an experience that will make you both nauseous, dizzy, but you will never forget it. It will be one of the best moments of your life, my friend. I'm very, very excited for you, man. I'm very excited for you, my friend. Keegan, what's up, buddy? Do you think BTC have to go back into price discovery mode and make new highs before another alt melt up? Yes, I do. I think we're going to do the same thing right now that we did back here when we had this flash crash, right? I mean, look, we had this crash here. We had this one here. We crashed. Hang on. This one here, we crashed from the top. We crashed down 8.3%, which is pretty much where we've crashed this time. 8.3% over the course of 4 days, we crashed here. And then we slowly climbed our way up. We made our way up to $104,250. Then in the same day, we crashed 13% and then climbed our way all the way up over the next week and a half to $108,300. Now we've crashed another. This is only, I already measured it. This is only another 8%, 8.86%, right? So now I think, yes, we will do the same thing. We'll start to do this probably same way we've done. Set a higher high, right? Probably have another 8 to 10% correction again, right? And continue to do that. And then, listen, while we creep our way up and we find a level of consolidation, right, you know, let's say that area, then yes, alts will start to melt up again, very similar to how they did in this area, right? So, yes, I do think that is possible for sure. So, let me just get rid of all of these fancy schmancy lines here. Mary, what's up, dear? Hey, Rob. I'm waiting for Swift and XCN to go off. You and me both, from your lips to God's ears, my friend. Very true, man. He's being honest about it. Yes, exactly. XCN pumping. Yeah, XCN for some reason. Well, the whole market's kind of turning around a little bit here, guys. Look at this. Let's go look at the crypto bubbles. Look at the bubbles right now. Boom. Turning around, baby. Onyx Coin's up almost 5%. Swift is up 8%. Miri is up 2.8%. KASPA is up. Market's starting to turn around, man. Market's starting to turn around. Need XCN to melt up. Oh, it will, man. It will. Edgar, where do you buy XCN? You can buy XCN a lot of places. I'll bring it up here over on KuCoin or CoinGecko, and I'll show you. You can get it. You can buy it on KuCoin, Coinbase, Gate.io, MEXC, BingX, quite a few places. Kraken, BitHub, BitTrue. So you can get it. Most places, most people in the States get it on Coinbase, if I'm being honest, right? So yeah. All right, guys, let's get into some of the news, shall we? Let's see what's going on around the market. Hong Kong accelerates licensing for crypto exchanges with new approvals. Hong Kong's Securities and Futures Commission, their version of the SEC, has granted licenses to 4 additional cryptocurrency exchanges, marking a significant step in the region's push to establish itself as a leading crypto hub. The newly licensed exchanges, HKBitEX, Accumulus, DFX Labs, and X.io, received approval under the SFC's expedited licensing process, which was designed to streamline operations for virtual asset trading platforms. The SFC's decision comes after the exchanges addressed feedback received during the on-site inspections. This move follows the earlier issuance of licenses to 3 other platforms, OSL, Hashkey, and HKVax, highlighting the regulator's ongoing efforts to enhance the licensing framework for crypto firms. In June of 2023, Hong Kong officially launched its crypto licensing regime, which allows licensed exchanges to offer retail trading services. The SFC has emphasized its commitment to accelerating the licensing process. Eric Yip, executive director of intermediaries at the SFC, stated that the agency has been actively engaging with senior management of virtual asset trading platforms to verify regulatory expectations and expedite the licensing timeline. In a related announcement, the SFC outlined new details regarding its revamped licensing process. This includes rigorous assessments of applications, platform policies, procedures, systems, and controls, which must be certified by a verified public accountant. The SFC will oversee the second phase assessment in collaboration with VATPs and their external assessors, with the possibility of expanding their business scope upon successful completion. Additionally, Joseph Chan, acting secretary for financial services and the Treasury, revealed plans to establish a consultative panel for licensed crypto trading platforms expected to begin operations early next year. This initiative reflects Hong Kong's proactive approach to fostering a regulated environment for cryptocurrency industry. All right, guys. So 4 new cryptocurrency exchanges setting up shop in Hong Kong. That's 7 in the since June, right? 7. So very, very bullish news there, guys. All right. What do we have over here? Senator Cynthia Lummis says she wants Congress to give the Federal Reserve authority to own Bitcoin.
It doesn't discourage me, because what Chairman Powell was saying is they don't have the authority now to own Bitcoin. I want to give it to them. I want our federal government to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve that can help back the US dollar as the world reserve currency, and then serve as a long-term savings account, thereby offsetting our national debt, which is over $36 trillion now. So my proposal would have the U.S. purchase through other assets it already owns 200,000 Bitcoin a year for 5 years for a total of $1 million, hold it for at least 20 years. And at the numbers that we project, that would accrue a fund that's worth about $16 trillion. So it has a couple of benefits for our country. As I said, shoring up with a hard asset, Bitcoin, our US dollar, and it helps offset some of the pain of our dramatic national debt. Now, if you were to see Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy's Doge effort goal reduce our expenditures, we would be able to bring in line our expenditures in a way that flatlines our debt and allows us to begin to retire it.
So, Senator, just curious, if it was that easy to convert these certificates that Federal Reserve banks across the country already have into Bitcoin to cut our deficit, why has nobody at the Fed thought about this previously? They've had these reserves since the 70s.
Because they haven't taken it seriously.
Because, as Chairman Powell said, they don't believe they have the legal authority to own Bitcoin. We need to give that to them. The Bitcoin the U.S. already owns, roughly 200,000 Bitcoin, are within the asset forfeiture fund. And it's important, I think, that we take that fund, scoop it over into a strategic Bitcoin reserve, and then add to it, which is...
Is Bitcoin the right asset class to do that, even if that authority is given, just because of the volatility of it and also the fact that it's only been around for 15 years?
The bear shit in the woods?
It absolutely is the right asset. It is digital gold. It is a finite source. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever be mined. And it has the elements of strength. And even though it's slightly volatile, it's always volatile in an upward leaning direction. And so the goal here of holding it for 20 years is in recognition that on the short term, there is short-term volatility. On the long term, there is long-term growth that far exceeds the ability of the US dollar to keep up. The US dollar is designed to debase. The Fed has a goal of 2% per year inflation, whereas Bitcoin's goal is to far exceed in value inflation and far exceed the value of the US dollar. And so far from inception, it has done exactly that. It's grown about 55% per year if you look at the long term. Over time, it'll drop from 55% a year to 45% a year to 35% a year. But it will continue to grow, where the US dollar will continue to decline in value. So it's a very important asset to hold.
Senator Lummis, while we have you, only have a minute left here, but I want to get to some of the dysfunction or disagreement, maybe is a better word to call it, inside the Republican Party on the House side. And I bring that up just because of some of the names and scenarios that are being floated, whether or not Mike Johnson is the right person for the speakership. We had Rand Paul out this morning floating Elon Musk potentially as a speaker. What do you think of that?
I love Elon Musk at Doge. I love Elon Musk and his close relationship to President Trump. I think that's where you're going to see the thought leaders, the most inventive people in the world working together to solve problems. I think if you put Elon Musk in as a speaker substitute, it's a total waste of Elon Musk's extraordinary talent. Elon Musk shouldn't be used to try to corral consensus within the House. That's a skill set that Mike Johnson has. Elon Musk is an out-of-the-box thinker. You don't want to limit his out-of-the-box thinking by putting him in the U.S. House of Representatives to lead it.
I'm a big Musk fan, guys. I got to tell you, I am a fan of Elon Musk. Check this out, Shiba Inu fans. Shiba Inu has partnered with Chainlink. Shiba Token has entered a partnership with Chainlink. Shiba Inu assets, SHIB, Bone, and Leash have adopted the CCT standard, while Shibarium has adopted the CCIP as its its cross-chain infrastructure and data streams for low latency market data. Partnership between Shiba Inu and Chainlink. You'll love to see that, guys. Boom. There you go. Boom. Gari Network. I've seen that one before. Gari Network. David, Jasmy, time is money. I heard AMA today. Is Jemmy part of Jasmy? It's hard to explain. It's not part of Jasmy, but apparently Jasmy, Hara, and the team are supporting it. I'm going to release the live or the AMA. I've done a video recording the AMA. It was live over on X. But I know a lot of you guys aren't on X, so anyway, the video will be coming out probably tonight. It is like an hour and 20 minutes long or something like that, the AMA. So, but the Jammy, whatever it is, their founder is on the AMA with Hara, so it'll be interesting to check out. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Jetpack in the house. Danny's here as well. What's going on, my brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, what else do we got going on? Let's get into some more. What do we got? Hashtag's joint Bitcoin Ethereum ETF has been approved. Boom. A joint ETF with Ethereum and Bitcoin. You love to see that, guys. You love to see that. What else do we got? Rumors are circulating that the UAE has purchased 300,000 Bitcoin. If that turns out to be true, no one is bullish enough. I agree. Fake Hawk says, I for real only watch you on YouTube. Thank you so much for all your help. Hey, no problem. I will have that AMA video for you guys tonight. So, cruising with Borgie. Pull back further, please. I want more Bitcoin. Nice. John, blessings, my brother. Blessings. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, my friend. All right, what else do we have? Let's get into another video. Actually, you know what? Let's do another article first. Then we'll get into another video. Let's split it up. Craig Wright receives prison sentence for fraud. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Craig Wright, an Australian computer scientist, has been sentenced to a year in prison by the London High Court due to his fraudulent claims of being the creator of Bitcoin. This ruling has sparked considerable debate and concern within the cryptocurrency community, attracting extensive media coverage. Wright faced multiple defamation charges, resulting in a 12-month prison sentence, which has been suspended for 2 years beyond the prison time. He is required to pay 145,000 euro in legal fees. The court concluded that Wright's assertion of being Satoshi Nakamoto, the anonymous founder of Bitcoin, were deceptive, supported by fabricated documents. Despite his legal loss, Wright is pursuing a staggering $900 billion lawsuit against Bitcoin developers. Although the court has dismissed these claims, his lawyer, Jonathan Hugh, KC, emphasized that Wright not only claimed to be Nakamoto, but also issued threats towards those who questioned him. Judge Meller criticized Wright for his lack of respect for legal procedures and noted that his technical jargon appeared to be an attempt to mislead. The judge remarks indicated a potential intent behind Wright's misrepresentation in legal settings. The ramifications of this verdict could be significant for the cryptocurrency space. Key takeaways. Legal accountability for false claims is being established. Future cases may see stricter scrutiny of individuals making dubious assertions, and the integrity of the Bitcoin community may be strengthened as false claims are challenged robustly. Wright's conviction represents a pivotal moment in the Bitcoin domain, potentially deterring others from making misrepresentative claims. The legal system's stance on such issues could affirm the credibility of the cryptocurrency sector moving forward. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy pretending to be Satoshi Nakamoto. Anyone heard of this new coin, Phoenix? No, I have not. I have not heard of that. Rodney, did Max ever wind up doing a deep dive into XCN? Just wondering. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he's had the time, to be honest. Max works 4 jobs plus runs his channel, so he's a pretty busy guy. So I'm gonna go with probably not, because if he did, he probably would have told me. What else do we got? Robert Kawasaki and Pomp discuss the future of Bitcoin and altcoins.
Happy to help out.
And the people I turn to and I ask for information on why Bitcoin is the future. So I have lots of gold. I own gold mines. I have lots of silver. I own silver mines. And I own, like I said, 65 Bitcoin. And I understand the advantages of gold, silver, Bitcoin. They all have their advantages. But Bitcoin is probably the least understood. So, Anthony, why are you so bullish on Bitcoin?
Well, if you think of, what makes gold, let's start there first. Like what makes it valuable, right? It's this idea that it has sound money principles. To your point, it's outside of the system and no one can create more of it, right? And that's really attractive. And it's done incredibly well since 1971 because outside the system and no one can create more of it. Bitcoin is the exact same thing, but rather than it being in an analog version, it's in a digital version. There's a software that has been written that allows for a finite supply, 21 million Bitcoin. It's outside of the system and no one can create more. And so one of the reasons why I'm probably the most bullish on Bitcoin is in my career, anytime that you saw something that was the digital version. And so same thing here is I think that Bitcoin eventually, because it is digital, but it has those same properties as gold, people around the world will have easier access to it. They'll eventually continue to buy it. And because you have a finite supply asset, you have increasing demand, the price of that asset has to go up to accommodate everyone.
What is happening with all these other guys who are creating their own Bitcoin? I mean, I don't know their names, but I just stay with Bitcoin, but I don't go outside of that, which is maybe stupid. But do you look at other coins?
If you kind of think of the traditional financial markets, you have money, right? So you have dollars, you have euros, you have yen, you have pesos, etc. I would even put gold in there, right? But things that are trying to hold monetary value, either as a store of value or a medium of exchange. And then you have tons and tons of companies. And these technology companies or non-technology companies are all competing with each other. But in your day-to-day life, you are a monetary maximalist. And what I mean by that is if you live in the United States, you get paid in dollars, you save in dollars, you pay your taxes in dollars, right? And you spend dollars. I don't, in the United States, sit and hold Mexican pesos or hold euros or anything else. But if I lived in Mexico, I'd be using Mexican pesos, right? I wouldn't be worried about dollars or other things. So you become a maximalist, only using one currency to save and to spend. I think that's what happens in the digital world as well. You're going to have one currency. You're going to use that one currency, right? So let's say Bitcoin becomes that store of wealth and the thing you want to spend. But nobody I know has 100% of their wealth all in a single currency with no other assets, right? They have a stock. They may have, oil or some other commodity or whatever. And so the rest of the cryptocurrencies, they're not trying to be money. They're trying to be technology platforms. And so just like Amazon, Google, and Facebook all compete with each other, many of these other cryptocurrency tokens are doing the exact same thing. And so what I tell people is my version of kind of the future is that Bitcoin ends up being the big winner when it comes to a currency and will store value. Think of it as just digital gold. And then all of these other tokens.
See, that's where Pomp kind of confuses things. To cut him off real quick, he just contradicted himself saying that, Bitcoin's going to be the big winner when it comes to being a currency and being a hedge like gold. Well, Bitcoin's not a currency. It's a commodity comparable to gold. And because Pomp is a maximalist, while I appreciate what he does do in terms of speaking on behalf of the crypto space and stuff, because he does do a lot of net positive, he's still stuck on the concept that Bitcoin is a currency or that it can be a currency, and it's not a currency. And we need to stop referring to it as a currency, because that is why the government doesn't like it, because they're seeing it. We're calling it money. We're calling it something that's going to compete with their money. When you call it a commodity that competes with something like gold or silver, well, now it's something else. Now it's not competing with money. Now they're okay with it, right? So Pomp is a little confused by this still, and it's the maximalist inside of him. But I do appreciate what he's saying right now about altcoins, which is an argument that I've been making for a long time. You get Bitcoin maxis who say stupid things like all altcoins are going to go to zero. That's idiotic. That's like saying Amazon, because Amazon exists, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, all the other stocks are going to go to zero because Amazon's the best one, right? That's stupid. When Meta doesn't even do the same thing as Amazon, right? Like a Web3 gaming platform is not going to go under because Bitcoin is a good hedge against inflation, like that it's a digital gold. That doesn't make any sense. It's a Web3 gaming platform is not trying to be what Bitcoin is. Why would it go to zero because Bitcoin? You see what I'm saying? And that's the argument that Pomp is making right now. When you look at some of these cryptocurrencies, they're companies trying to, compete with each other. They're not all trying to be money, right? They're trying to be Web3 gaming platforms. They're trying to be AI tech, AI companies. They're trying to be layer one blockchains. Well, I mean, those ones are trying to compete with Bitcoin in a sense, right? They're trying to be all of these other things, right? Working in the medical industry, just everywhere. They're not all trying to be Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's not trying to be currency. That's what people miss about this.
Tokens. They're going to be hyper competitive. There will be major winners and major losers. And so if you want to go and try to understand the technology and predict who's going to be the winner, who's going to be the loser, you can go do that just like you can in the stock market. But if you're simply just looking for a store of value, Bitcoin will kind of be the thing that'll serve that purpose for you.
Yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that. What else do we have? What else do we have on the docket today? Bitcoin's path to 350K by 2025. Trump's endorsement and market trends fuel optimism. Bitcoin's price has continued to capture market attention, with its current valuation standing at 100,000. Well, not anymore. It's fallen quite a bit, so we'll skip that part of it. Recently, Bitcoin has encountered resistance and it fell back down. Okay, this was obviously written before. We'll go down to the 2025 price prediction. Looking ahead, predictions about Bitcoin's 2025 performance remain optimistic despite current volatility. Changely analysts anticipate a minimum price of $101,204 with potential highs reaching 110 in the assume they mean in the short term. Intriguingly, these forecasts coincide with a bold prediction from Robert Kawasaki, who has suggested Bitcoin could reach $350,000. Additionally, recent endorsements from figures like Donald Trump have further fueled interest. Guys, I don't think Bitcoin is going to $350,000. I've been around a long time, and I tell you right now, in the last bull run, everyone was so sure that Bitcoin was going to $100,000. The same way people are so sure it's going to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 this time, right? It's the exact same feeling. It didn't even come close to $100,000 in the last bull run. My prediction for Bitcoin, between $150,000 and $200,000, but I think $200,000 on a wick, right? I don't think it's going to 250, 300, 400, 500 in this bull run. I really don't, right? I think it's got, maybe if we're lucky, it's got 100% push in it for the rest of the cycle. It'll double from where it is right about now, and that's about it, right? Which is a lot. That's a lot, you guys, right? That's trillions of, that's like $2 trillion coming, almost $3 trillion, I think, or $2 trillion coming into Bitcoin. So it's not a small amount, right? Just for some perspective. All right, what else do we have? Algorand, a little bit of Algorand. John Allen Woods himself on the benefits of Algo's new staking rewards and how it will improve decentralization and a wider ecosystem. And just so you guys know real quick, speaking of staking, I provided everyone over on the Discord today with a node operation opportunity on a certain Web3 gaming project. So I put that over on the Patreon. If you want to start getting into operating nodes for passive income and stuff like that, earning tokens, guys, you got to get over to the Patreon for that. I put that over there. I also put a video over on the Patreon about 2 hours ago with 3 small cap gems. I released 3 small cap gems over on the Patreon as well. It's a perfect kind of day to get into it with this dump, to get into these, got the hiccups, these micro caps, right? So get over there, check out this video. There's 3 options for the micro cap gems that I dropped today. There's also a node operation opportunity over there as well. You don't want to miss this stuff, guys. This is the perfect day to get in on some micro cap gems.
Because when you incentivize block production, as we're going to do with staking rewards, as you just said, right, the number of nodes in the network, it flies up, right? Because people want to get involved. You're going to have people coming out from all over the world, running a node and getting involved. And so what does this do? The answer is that when peer-to-peer rolls out on top of a rich network of many, many nodes, there is many more pathways between all of these different nodes all over the world. So if you only had a handful of nodes, a handful of computers running Algorand, then you'd have less pathways. But now when we roll out this consensus incentives change, or the staking rewards change, the number of nodes in the network will bloom, as you said, to over 2,000. And then that gives you a wonderful, very dense number of pathways with which blocks and information in the network can flow. And it's really super decentralized, because the more nodes, the more pathways, etc. And so we feel that staking rewards, which is the incentivization of block production, or the rewarding of block production, and peer-to-peer, which is the changing of the network data flow from hub and spoke or relay to peer-to-peer style of data propagation. We feel like these 2 technologies will essentially maximally decentralize and maximally secure Algorand.
Yeah, it's truly fascinating when you...
Very bullish on staking and node operations on Algorand as well, guys. Very bullish. Check this out, guys. Bybit is exiting France. I don't know if you're in France or not, but Kraken is there to help. As one of Europe's most trusted crypto platforms, Kraken will offer secure transition. So there you go, guys. You can create a Kraken account if you're in France. Bybit is leaving. This channel is not sponsored by either one of those platforms. I'm just trying to help everybody out there. So Green Tea, it would be a blessing to own 1 Bitcoin. Well, Green Tea, that's the goal. Is we're going to try to help everyone over on the Patreon this bear market become whole coiners for the next bull run. That's part of our goals over there, part of our incentive program. My guy, what's up, man? Rob, what do you think about mobile Helium Mobile? I can see it go to a 1 cent at least. Yeah, I could see it go to a cent for sure. I do hold Helium Mobile. I was going to sell it when they were talking about canceling the token, but then they voted it down, so they kept the token. So I'm still holding mine. So yeah, I could see it go to a penny for sure. I could. Oof, what a rough week so far. Keep fighting forward, Thomas. I know it feels bad. We're only down 8.86%, man. Bitcoin's only down 8.86%. It's really not as bad as people feel that it is. And last time we fell, a week and a half ago, we dropped 13%, way more than we did over the last 3 days. And we recovered in a week and a half to set another new all-time high. So I know it feels rough right now, but a week and a half from now, you're going to look back and go, you're not even going to remember this, because we'll be setting yet another new all-time high, right? So that's one way to kind of look at it, right? All right, what else do we have? Crypto market tumbles as 588 million liquidations spark panic. It's all going to zero. Get out while you can. The U.S. stock market experienced a dramatic loss of over $1.5 trillion in a single trading day. This decline sent shockwaves through the financial markets, impacting cryptocurrencies significantly. Notably, the sell-off was triggered by a series of unsettling events, including Federal Reserve rate cuts and geopolitical tensions like Israel's airstrike on Iran-backed groups in Yemen. The crypto market faced notable turmoil as traders offloaded assets amid growing uncertainty. Additionally, the crypto market recorded liquidations amounting to 588 million in the past 24 hours. XRP witnessed the highest impact with 69 million liquidated as its price dropped from $2.82 to $2.56. Bitcoin followed with 60 million in losses after its price fell below $96,000. Ethereum too faced a sharp sell-off, losing nearly 58 million. Moreover, altcoins were not spared in the market upheaval. Avalanche, Chainlink, Litecoin, and Pepe each saw price declines of around 16%. XRP dropped by 6.74, trading at $2.35, while Solana recorded a 9.79% decline over the past week, now priced at $208.49. The sudden shift from extreme greed to fear among traders has contributed to the widespread sell-off, which is exactly why you should be dollar cost averaging. Consequently, market sentiment turned cautious following the Federal Reserve's recent rate cuts. The central bank indicated that fewer rate reductions might occur in 2025 than initially anticipated. This projection spooked traders in both traditional and digital asset markets. The apprehension was further amplified by the volatile economic conditions and increasing geopolitical risks. However, despite the broad sell-off, certain assets performed well. Athena rose by 11.66%, trading at $1.18, driven by its new utility features. Move gained 11.48%, reaching 71 cents, 71, due to the strong community engagement. Arthur Hayes, former CEO of BitMEX, issued a warning about the potential for further market volatility. He suggested that the crypto market could see another downturn around Donald Trump's inauguration on January 20th, 2025. Hayes believes delayed regulatory policies due to the political disagreements could fuel additional market sell-offs. Therefore, although analysts note the current turmoil, some view this period as buying opportunities. Many predict that 2025 could still be a pivotal year for Bitcoin, with potential for new all-time highs. Additionally, rumors of a new cryptocurrency exchange traded fund slated for next year are sparking hope for market recovery. So here's the thing with that, guys. The more I hear people start to turn negative on Trump's inauguration, I'm hearing more and more people, the voices are getting louder and louder in regards to the market taking a dump when he gets inaugurated, leads me to believe that we're going to see a pump when he gets inaugurated, because the market will always do the opposite of what the general consensus thinks it's going to do, right? So the more people I'm hearing call for a dump around Trump's inauguration, the more bullish I get thinking about a pump. So yes, and I would feel the same way if it was the opposite, right? If they were calling for a pump, I'd say, oh, we might see a dump. So there you go, guys. There you go. Rect Capital says in the 2013 cycle, it took 6 weeks of upside into price discovery before Bitcoin experienced its first major correction in week 7. In 2017 cycle, it took 7 weeks for the upside into price discovery before a major retrace of 34% in week 8. In the 2020-2021 cycle, Bitcoin rallied 6 weeks into price discovery before Bitcoin's first meaningful pullback of 16%. It's week 7 right now. So this is matching exactly all 3 cycles before this, guys. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string. What else do we got? The market's certainly healthier today than it has been in the past few weeks, says Wharton's Jeremy Siegel. Oh, wrong button. All right, let's check it out.
Right now, thanks, Dom, to talk about the state of the markets following yesterday's big sell-off. Jeremy Siegel is here, Professor Emeritus of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business, Chief Economist at Wisdom Tree. Good morning to you. I think we're all trying to make sense of this. Clearly, the market was caught off guard. I'm actually surprised that the market was caught off guard as much as they are, because if you watch our broadcast, to be somewhat immodest about it, I think Joe and Becky and just about everybody we've had on in the last week or two suggested that we may still get a cut, but we're going to get a hawkish language after that. And the market seems to think that this was some kind of great surprise.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it was exactly as I expected. I actually think it's a healthy development. You know, back in September when they lowered 50 basis points, I said 2 things. I said, first of all, the neutral rate is much higher than what the Fed has indicated. I think it's between 3.5% and 4%. I also said long-term rates were going up. I've said that on your program several times, and I think they're going to go up more. And that's not necessarily an unhealthy development. Do you know that for the first time in almost 3 years, the 10-year is above the Fed funds rate? And that's a normal situation. I mean, we brought the Fed funds rate. I mean, Powell brought it down yesterday, 4.33%. And as you know, we're 4.5% now on the 10-year. It's normal for long-term interest rates to be above short-term interest rates. We were 3 years in an inverted term structure. That's not an unhealthy situation. So we are actually normalizing the interest rate structure. You could call it recalibrating if you wish.
Right.
But long rates, I think, have a way to go further up.
Well, if that's your sort of base case, how do you think about equities from here?
Well, it's more challenging in 2025 than 2024. But don't forget, one of the reasons why interest rates are going up and why the neutral rate is higher is stronger economic growth. I mean, Powell mentioned that many times in the news conference, that GDP growth has surprised on the upside. I mean, that's good for equities. It's bad for bonds, but it is good for equities. Now certainly, inflation has been more stubborn than expected. I still think there's, as he mentioned, some rental lags that I think are going to help us in 2025 get it closer to that 2%. But, higher interest rates don't necessarily mean a bad situation when they're caused by rises in productivity or rises in real GDP. And that's certainly one of the causes of the rise in the long-term rates.
But then do you look at yesterday or today and say this is a dip? Here's an opportunity, or do you say there's going to be a bigger dip?
Well, I thought there was a lot of trend followers, a lot of momentum players. I mean, they were on the train running up Tesla, many of the other Mag 7. That's not a healthy situation. All it takes is a little negative knock and whoop, they jump off the train. And I prefer to see a market more dominated by fundamentals than momentum players just taking the ride. So I actually think market's certainly healthier today than it has been for the last few weeks, where we saw a lot of momentum players.
How do you estimate, factor in, bet on what happens in 2025 to the economy, to the equity market, in the context of the tariff conversation we've been having all morning, in the context of whatever you think tax policy is going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the tariff is the biggest question. And the immigration question are both big questions that are facing the market. But there's a lot of positive features. However, I don't think we're going to match the gains of 23, 24. I'm really thinking of 0 to 10% probably overall. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see finally value stocks break up more on the upside, and maybe the Mag 7 taking a rest from an incredible run. I don't think it's any sort of bubble on the Mag 7, but certainly to keep up 40, 50% gains is something that would be extremely against the odds for next year. So a bit of rotation, a quieter stock market, but still positive for investors.
Bullish. Bullish. All right, what else do we got? What else do we got? BTC, there it is. Bitcoin has just flipped 101K into new resistance, which has posed significant sell side pressure on 100K. 100K is obviously struggling as a support for the moment. 98K5 is trying to hold. No, it's not. We have fallen below that. We're at 97.3 right now. So, whatevs. Real quick video here from Charles Hoskinson, bullish on 2025.
We will ship Ouroboros, Leos.
Yeah,
As
brother.
an ecosystem. We will get technology like Midgard.
We will win
as an
tag
ecosystem.
team championships
We
too.
will connect to all the major cryptocurrencies, including the ones that are left out that shouldn't have been, like the XRP community and the Bitcoin community. And you know what? We're going to be their DeFi layer and give them a heck of a lot of benefit value. And we'll get a lot of benefit value. It's a trade. That's how that works. We're going to go do that. When you start summing up those market caps, it's a lot bigger than these people who pretend to be in charge. It's going to be a fight. But you know what? We can win that fight because we have an on-chain government. We have you, the listener. We have the D-Reps. We have the Constitutional Committee. We have the constitutional delegates.
We have the tag team titles.
These people have devoted themselves to make Cardano win for the next generation. And I do strongly believe we will overcome all of the headwinds that are before us. These 1,000 ships have to get launched because those are the ships that are going to turn into an ecosystem to rival any other in the cryptocurrency space. Next year is a phenomenal opportunity. We have a large treasury. We have a lot of capabilities. We have an amazing ecosystem. We would be fools as an ecosystem not to take advantage of those capabilities. So you, the D-Reps, you, the Constitutional Committee members, have to make that decision about how aggressively do you want to push the accelerator next year. I think we should go all in.
Cardonzo Mania running wild, brother. All right, what else do we got, guys? Swift is up 8.6%. It was just up 11%. XCN up 5%. Not too bad, guys. Alex, I need to get on your Patreon. I need to get educated. I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it right. Alex, my friend, the link is right in the chat for you, my friend. You picked a good time because I will be live over on the Patreon doing a group video call as soon as I'm done over here on this live stream. And I have something very, very interesting that I want to show you guys over on the Patreon. It's going to make you go, right? Very interesting. Plus, I dropped 3 small cap gems over there just about 2 hours ago. So get over to the Patreon for sure. The link is right there in the chat for you, my brother. WF Capital, what goes down must come up. Yes, no kidding, man. No kidding. GN, what's up, man? Death Bank's in the house. What's going on? Matt says Patreon is super worth it. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Rob, I sold 50% of my Jasmy. What do you think? Do you think I made it? I don't know, man. Were you in the green? Were you in the red? What was your entry point? When did you sell it? What level did you sell it at? And what do you plan on doing with those gains? Personally, I would not have sold, but that's not financial advice. So, yeah. All right. What else do we have, guys? Do we have anything else? I don't know. Make sure, guys, if you're new here, click like for sure. Click subscribe. It's Christmas time, guys. Click subscribe. Help the channel grow. It'd be the greatest Christmas present ever. You sold yesterday, but were you in the red or were you in the green? Because if you were in the green, listen, as much as I personally would not have sold my Jasmy, nobody ever went broke taking profits, right? So keep that in mind, man. So, yeah. All right, guys, listen, I'm going live in a video call over on the Patreon in about 20 minutes. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Make sure you guys get over there. You're not going to want to miss what I have to say over there tonight, guys. It's fantastic. I got some things to show you. So, as always, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And I'll see you guys in 20 minutes live over on the Patreon.